Hey, what's up guys, it's Sports Card Gamble here. Today we're going to take a look at another PSA send-off reveal. This is going to be all ultra modern and it's going to deal with mostly parallels of vets and superstars, things like that. I don't believe too many rookies, but there might be one in here, I just can't remember. But that's going to be the bulk of the order. We'll go ahead and hop into this one here. So first card up is a 1920 Mosaic. This is just the Mosaic parallel. Got two of those. Next up is a Giannis. This is 1819 Prism, red, white, and blue. These are just cheap cards that you can buy raw. Not a whole lot of demand with the red, white, and blue compared to some of the other parallels, but again, if you have them in PSA 10, you know, they start getting a little more appealing, and you know, you can sell those, but it's just a cheap card to get into raw. Another one here, I mean, Dwayne Wade. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Dwayne Wade. Again, a card you can get for very cheap, and these red, white, and blues normally are very good condition, like most of them gem mint. Here's a couple of LeBron James. This is 1819 Prism. This is the silver, and this is the dominance insert. These are both a little off-center, but we'll see what happens. And we have three of these 1819 Panini Prism Mosaic. This is when Mosaic was actually just kind of like a branch of Prism, and these were actually the base cards, so the base cards look like these. In 1920, this was actually a parallel. So three of these Giannis ones, probably get maybe 110 on those, not sure, we'll see. Here is a Damian Lillard. This is 1920. Definitely like the clean look of 1920 Prism, especially for these vets here. So this is a silver, so a pretty cheap card here. Another one you can get pretty cheap raw, and PSA 10 is probably getting into the, you know, 60 to $100 range. That one's a tad bit off center, but it's pretty solid. Here is a Giannis. This is a Panini Revolution. This is a groove parallel, so pretty cool design on there. I'm not the hugest fan of it, but you know, it's got a nice crazy look, nice colors. It kind of matches the Bucks, so would look nice in a PSA holder. Here's a Kawhi Leonard. This is a 1920 Panini Dominance, or I'm sorry, Prism Dominance insert. Silver Prism, nice looking card. Dominance has been around Prism a few times in the past. Here's Yao Ming. This is a 1920 green Prism. So I mean, Yao Ming does still have value. A lot of international collectors of basketball and stuff. So had a nice clean copy here. Wanted to try to get a 10 on that one. These type of cards, you know, you really want to get 10s. 9s just aren't as appealing. I mean, for these lower end cards, the 10 is really what kind of makes these appealing. When you get the 9s, a lot of people might just go ahead and continue to buy raw because they're like, well, I can probably get a 9 anyway, so I might as well buy raw and have a chance to get a 10, that sort of thing. So, but here's a Giannis. This is a That's Savage Prism insert. 1819 there, that's the silver. Nice shot there with the big block. Pretty cool shot there. You know, not gonna be the most in-demand card, but again, PSA 10s of these, you know, you might be able to get up to $100 with that. I do like the font there with that Savage. Pretty nice looking card, honestly. Here is a Jason Tatum. This is the purple optic. This is 1920. Definitely like the clean look of optic. Just very good card stock too. The problem is always like getting that perfect centering. Obviously PSA 10s, you know, I have a few that aren't perfect with optic. It's just kind of, it's got to be pretty good. This one's pretty good, maybe top to bottom, but I mean, honestly, it looks really good. I mean, as long as there's no surface stuff, that looks like a 10 to me. The centering is good on the front and back. Here is a AD. This is the Panini Mosaic. So this is, again, when it was part of Prism in 1819. This is the orange Prism. These were at a 99 this year. So nice serial numbered card. Is in the Pelicans, you know, not too worried about that. This was a card that, you know, again, I mean, I don't know how much they go for raw now, but I got it for fairly cheap with the plans of trying to get it graded. Here is the orange ice prisms of 1920. I really like the look of these, especially this one with the green and the orange. I think it's a nice look here. Did not get a chance to pull these, ended up buying a couple, and you know, definitely started to appreciate the look of those. Nice cracked ice look. And here is a blue. This is the blue cracked ice. This is 1819, so these are out of 99. Here's a 1819 that scuffs on the case. This is a silver prism, a little bit suspect on the top there, a little bit thin of a border, but left to right looks all right. Pretty clean card, corners are clean, so we'll see what can happen there. Again, another cheap card you can get pretty cheap raw, at least you could. Definitely, you know, before like the championship and stuff. They've probably gone up a little bit, but I'd say probably under 15 bucks. I'm not sure though. You know, hoping to get a 10 and maybe get it up to 100 bucks. All right, here is a 1819 Panini Select. This is a tri-color prism. Kevin Durant, nice looking card. Pretty solid centering there. Corners are good, back looks good. Nice one to send in. Those cards are kind of tough, honestly, to get everything right. At least the raw ones I buy. They sometimes have corner issues and centering is not always the best. Here is a LeBron James Prism base. This is a card where you don't want to get a 9 on, honestly. I mean, the whole draw to this card is a PSA 10, right? I mean, everybody knows that. This one looks really good. I like the top to bottom. So, I mean, I did have a few of these, so like I really scrutinized this card because I don't, you know, you don't want 9s on this. You see a lot of those on eBay and you're like, oh, you know, they send it in trying to get the 10, but they got a 9, so they all go on eBay, and then nobody really wants the 9 if they're actually buying that card. They just are really only going to buy a 10 or probably go raw. So here's a Steph Curry. This is an NBA finalist. This is a silver Prism. This is actually a silver. I know sometimes Prism for their inserts, they like come stock as silver. I know 1415 was one of those. This is 1920, and so this actually is a silver. Here is 1819 Prism Mosaic Dwayne Wade, just the base card. Nice action shot there. I definitely like it when he's in the Heat. I don't buy any Dwayne Wade that's in the Bulls. Obviously he spent most of his time there with the Heat, so gotta have the card in the Heat jersey. I like this insert. This is nice and clean. This is a Anthony Davis all day silver. I don't know, I think it's a nice shot. Clean look, 1819. Here's Russell Wilson. This is the red ice. Now these were the hanger box Panini Prism exclusive parallels. I did open up some of those for football. Nice centering there. So here is another card you definitely want to get a 10 on. So this is the 1920 LeBron James base in the Lakers. Just a super clean card. This is a card, if I get a 10 on it, I'll probably keep it. Good centering there, front and back, so definitely hoping for that. Here's a Kawhi Leonard silver Prism. A little bit sketch on the top there, but we'll see what happens. Everything else looks pretty clean. That is the 1819, so you have the Raptors, Spurs. Not too worried about it. I won a championship, obviously, with both those teams. So Dwayne Wade, 1819 silver Prism. So pretty clean card. Here's a Tim Duncan. So again, kind of top is a little thin there. We'll see what happens. He's kind of blocking some of it with the ball, but 1819 silver Prism. It honestly looks kind of bad as I'm looking at it now. I mean, look how much space that is right there. It just seems off. Let's look at this one. Yeah, I guess it's not that bad. Here's the 1819 Panini Prism red ice parallel, Steph Curry. Here we have another Panini Mosaic base. This is Anthony Davis. Great looking card. I really love the look of these. 1819 Prism is just such a clean look. It kind of reminds me of like one of the early 90s Upper Deck, like 93, 94, I think, basketball. But here's a Giannis 1920 red, white, and blue again. A cheap card you can get for under $10. I mean, you could have bought this card for under $10 through the whole card booms. Probably still now. Maybe cheaper. I know his stuff has definitely fallen some. Dak Prescott here is a green Prism. All right, we got Steph Curry here. This is a Panini Mosaic Reactive Blue MVPs. These were the Mega Box exclusive parallels. Here is a De'Aaron Fox. This is the green Pulsar Prism 1920. I actually have another one of these at PSA right now. Both of them were slightly off-centered here, but I do think it has a chance to get a 10. These are at a 25. Great looking cards. Pretty rare, hard to pull for sure. They were out of the blaster boxes. Here is a rare baseball card. This is Tatis Jr. This is a rookie debut, Topps Chrome. Bought this Topps Chrome like a couple years ago and just had it sitting around forever and then opened it up. This was I opened it up before he kind of had the big blow up, I guess, last season. Although I don't follow baseball, so, you know, I just kind of hear stuff on the outside, but... And then again, Trout. I mean, I just know all the hype with Trout, obviously. This is just a low-end insert that's like, I think comes standard as like a refractor look. I would say in a PSA 10 holder, the red Angels, the player, I mean, it's going to be an attractive card, I would say. Alright, so here's a Joel Embiid. This is the Mosaic Genesis. Great looking card. This is the only one I have. I did not pull this one. I actually just bought this one because I needed to have one, and they were all so expensive. The guys I wanted, like Tatum, Giannis. So I saw this card was like $30, and this is like when Mosaic first came out, and I was just like, I mean, I know it's Joel Embiid and his value's kind of like fallen off, but I thought that was the cheapest kind of like best player that I found. So I just kind of speculative bought this, and then obviously he's been playing like an MVP this season, so kind of working out. I honestly think I should probably sell this raw right now with the hype, because it's going to take a long time to get this back, but we're just going to send it off, because I mean, a PSA 10 would really help the value. Here is a Luka Doncic My House. Nice looking card. I know these are pretty popular inserts, just the base, but really looks good, honestly, with not even the hollow look, so nice colors on there. Here is another red, white, and blue. I'm telling you, I mean, nobody, kind of likes them that much, but they all come, like I'm telling you, the red, white, and blues of like 18, 19, 19, 20, like they're really centered well, and they're all very sharp and stuff. They're easy to get PSA 10s on, and if you can get these superstars, LeBron, Kobe, all these guys, they definitely are good cards, are good slabs to have, and it's like a kind of like a no-risk investment. I do think those Tatums are being sold raw, overpriced now, but back in like, last year, a couple years ago, that stuff was dirt cheap. So here's a De'Aaron Fox. This is a pink fluorescent Panini Mosaic. This was not a card I sought after. It was just a card that I came across. It was out of 10. I'm always interested in cards out of 10. I do like the gold more, but this is actually of a good player too, a young player. So it was like 50 bucks. So I bought that. We'll see what happens on that and try to get some more value with the high grade. Chris Paul. I like these orange prisms. Again, super clean look, 18, 19 prism. These are at a 49. They've been at a 60. They've been at a 65 some other years, so they kind of change it up. But I definitely like this parallel. It's kind of right at that sweet spot where it's rare enough, but somewhat accessible. So you can, they're like somewhat affordable. Here's a card I remember I overpaid for. I think I paid like 50 bucks in the card boom during all that big hype. You can probably get the card now for like 30 or something, or even cheaper at auction maybe. But these are rare. When I bought this card, there was only like 2 listed or something like that on eBay, and I just couldn't find a whole lot. I think the blue parallel is a little bit more rare of 1819 Prism Mosaic. We'll see. I mean, only time will tell. Great looking card with the green and the kind of mosaic green background and everything. Looks really nice. So hopefully can get a 10. Here's another 1819. This is Karl Anthony Towns. Just got this card for pretty cheap, so we'll see what happens with that. I do like the orange prism. Good player. Their team is in last place though, and not very good. I think he's been in and out. Here's Giannis. This is a pink hypers. I actually don't like these parallels as much with optic. I think their best like parallels are those blue velocities, which they give out in the cello packs. Normally I feel like you should have that for like your mega box parallels, but these are the mega box ones. And then prism, they give you out red, white, and blues, which in my opinion, blue velocity with optic is way better to give out of the cello packs than the red, white, and blue with prism, but it is what it is. So Giannis, again, optic, looking for the centering. For the most part, the corners are normally always good, and this one's pretty good. So another clean card. This is 1819 Prism, Paul Pierce. Not going to be a very high demand card, but try to maybe get it to a Celtics collector. Again, you get these cards in PSA 10, which this one looks pretty clean. Definitely becomes more appealing. This is at a $2.99 and cheap to get into raw, so very low risk. Shaquille O'Neal, 1819. Again, clean look, green. Centering's good. Nice action shot on that one. Here is 1920 Donruss. This is a very low end card, but it is Luka, and Luka is always more expensive. Good centering there. I pulled this card myself out of a hanger box or something. I can't remember. I think our blaster box probably. Really hoping to get a 10 on that. Here is a green 1920 Prism, so green on green team colors. I feel like PSA has been pretty inconsistent how they grade centering on 1920 Prism, so we'll see. I feel like these can be anything. I mean, a 9 or a 10. I've had some ones that look just perfect and they give them 9s. So here is a 1920 Will to Win Mosaic. This is the Mosaic Parallel. Steph Curry, kind of a low-end card too. Steph is having a very good season. Warriors are doing pretty decent. Looking like they might make the playoffs. Obviously, he's a very fun player to watch. He's had some big games. It's the player here and the nice-looking card. That's it, guys. I appreciate you watching this one. That will get back in a long time, but I will show that video. And, I'm starting to send off a lot here, so hopefully I can get some consistent flow, later on this year of PSA orders coming back. But I do appreciate you watching this video. Please hit that like button and subscribe button. It does help out. Don't forget about the subscriber giveaway. That link will be in the description, and I'll see you in the next vid. Thanks.